Charlotte Hornets rising young star LaMelo Ball looks to have suffered a fractured right wrist playing against the LA Clippers this past weekend. From the video, you can see where LaMelo lands on his hand after the layup. LaMelo continued to play through the game, but if you look at the clip, he clearly knew something was wrong, especially on this thumb side of the wrist. According to the Hornets, the x-rays and MRI came back showing that he had a fractured bone in the wrist. Also, according to reports, the fracture is close to his right thumb. Although we'll have to wait for official confirmation, from my vantage point, the concern is this is a scaphoid bone fracture, which is the most commonly fractured bone in the wrist, especially with the mechanism of injury that he had, although it certainly could be one of the other wrist bones. The scaphoid bones is one of the 8 wrist bones and is important for stability and motion at the wrist joint. And it's actually a Greek term which means boat because the bone has a curved shape to it. Depending on the location of the break in this bone, these oftentimes require surgery to stabilize the two pieces and allow for solid healing. The reason for this is the blood supply to the part of the scaphoid closest to the thumb is not that great, and it can result in issues down the road if this bone doesn't heal. The recovery time for this type of injury can be up to 12 to 16 weeks, depending on the exact treatment and if it's truly the scaphoid bone that is broken. In rehab, he'll have to work on stretching, wrist range of motion, and strengthening. Unfortunately, LaMelo will miss the rest of his stellar rookie season. And after healing and rehab, LaMelo's productivity should be solid, but in the NBA, shooting goes down a bit, about 5 to 7% for the first 2 to 3 months when he returns. LaMelo, I wish you a speedy recovery.